Welcome to the forefront of the Video Festival tournament. I'm Minh, your commentator. We have d4, f5, the Dutch defense, g3, knight f6, bishop g2, g6. This is the main line of the Dutch. We have a Varga Peter with the white pieces and Egyed Judith with the black pieces. And Peter is pausing for a moment and he plays knight h3, which is a sideline. Bishop g7, c3, castle, queen b3. Okay, here I'm expecting to see e6 or king h8. Okay, we have e6. Maybe she was worried about if she plays king h8, knight f4, h4, h5. Okay, we have knight f4 anyway. And now we reached, it seems like that Egyed Judith is out of the book. What is she thinking about? So b7 is hanging at the moment. There are two attackers on b7. And although I don't understand why didn't take on b7 instead of playing knight f4. So that's very interesting. So probably b7 is not hanging. Who knows? Maybe there was some composition. Okay, but now she cares about the b7 and she played c6 and we have h4, just securing the square for this f4 knight. Maybe white was worried about g5 in the future. g5 weakens the king side, but yeah. Okay, maybe Peter played h4 with the idea of h5, h6. Maybe he doesn't care too much about g5. It would just only weaken the king even further. The time control is 10 plus 5 and Peter still have more than 10 minutes and Egyed Judith only 8.5 minutes. And we have 95 on the board. Black is accepting a double pawn structure if we take on d5 with the knight, but Peter is continuing his aggressive plan. It seems like he really wants to checkmate the black king. So probably this is going to be a very exciting game. Now, how should black defend? g6 is hanging. Black has no development. Maybe black should close the position with g5. And yes, she did play the g5 and now maybe white should take on d5 followed by h6 or play h6 immediately. That's also possible. Also possible to play knight d3. So there are many moves possible, like 3 moves or maybe 4, who knows, maybe c4 also works. So yeah, and Peter is also feeling that this is a critical position. That's why he's already thinking for more than half a minute. And he goes for h6, ignoring the threat of g takes f4. And instead he counterattacks with h6. Seems like a Interesting move. We have bishop h8. All right. Okay, now the knight on f4 can also go to h5. Both players look extremely focused because the position is very complicated and both of them have 3 points out of 3. So they are very strong and they are leading the tournament. They are playing on the first board. Peter is shaking his head. Maybe he's a little bit nervous because there is a lot to calculate. Maybe knight h5, knight takes d5, knight d3. Maybe there's sacrifice on d5. Maybe that's what he's calculating. So knight takes d5, pawn takes, bishop d5 takes, queen d5, rook f7, and maybe white can continue the initiative with rook h5, attacking g5. And there is bishop f6 defending g5 pawn, and we have knight d3 on the board. So he's avoiding any complications and goes for the core move knight d3. And g5 in the long term is going to be a big problem for black, I think, because this g5 is kind of isolated and it's quite far advanced from the king, and we have d6 on the board. So she wants to play knight d7, just develop the pieces. We have c4, knight b6, and now the d4 pawn is hanging. Before c4, the pawn was protected, so now white has to take care of this. I don't like e3 because that blocks the bishop from attacking g5, so that's not a move I would like to play. Maybe rook h5 is the correct idea, just to activate every piece. c5 also worth considering. What else? I think c5, rook h5, or e3. These are the candidate moves in this position. Judith is keeping her focus because she's playing against a international master who is 300 rating higher than her, so it's understandable that she's very focused. And we have d5. Okay, d5 opens this diagonal for this bishop. Okay, so maybe white's idea is to open this diagonal. So if I were black, I would take once and then play e5, trying to shut down the attack. Let's see. Okay, we have c takes d5, c takes d5. Peter knocked down the knight, and we have e5. Yes, I think this was a natural way to continue with black. And next, black wants to play e4, I think. And and Peter stopped e4 by playing e4 himself. So the idea of e4 is to just keep this bishop closed. That's a very good idea. So now this is going to be very hard to activate. This bishop has no good square. On f6 it's still doesn't do anything, and it's blocking the queen and the rook. So e4 I think was a very good move. We have bishop f6. Okay, I didn't expect bishop f6. I would have dealt my queen side pieces. I don't understand why bishop f6 was necessary. Maybe she wants to activate the queen. So by playing bishop f6, she removed the burden of the queen from protecting g5, and we have knight c3. Just developing. Peter is moving back and forth and play with his hair. And Judith is about to move. Maybe I'm predicting knight a6. Okay, we have f4. So what's the idea? She wants to open the bishop. Maybe she wants to go to bishop g4. Or maybe she was worried about white taking on f5. F4 feels very risky because after g takes f4, the g5 becomes opened. And we have g takes f4 on the board, and g takes f4. Okay, so Judith is not worried about opening the g5, because if white plays rook g1, threatening with a discovered attack, she's going to hide her king in the corner, and the h5 is closed, and this diagonal is also closed. So so that's why she opened the g5. And we have bishop d2. Probably white wants to castle along and put the other rook on g1 and maybe play bishop h3, trading this bad bishop for black's good bishop. And what's going to happen? Both players have less than 5 minutes. And we have bishop g4 on the board, f3, and bishop d7, I think, only move. No! I missed the bishop h4 check. And king e2. Okay. Wow. King e2. White is going for the bunk cloud. Okay, I was wrong about bishop d7 being the only move. I totally missed the bishop h4. And probably it's a good move to include. Now I think bishop d7 should be played. Or can she do something crazy? White's king is in the middle of the board. Maybe black can go for some sacrifices. Just let the g4 bishop be taken and maybe play f3. So maybe there's a queen f6, and if white takes, then black plays f3 and win back the piece. So that's why, and she goes back to c8. Okay, that's a very passive move. Probably queen f6 should have been considered. We have a bishop h3, and now rook ag1 is coming. Black takes on h3, rook takes h3, king h8. Black really needs to drop the queen side pieces. We are already at move 22, and Black still didn't finish her development. I don't think she can afford to do this. I think rook g1 is the most natural move. Just bring the last piece into the game. Maybe a4, a5 is also possible to... And we have a4, okay. So a4, so the idea is to play a5 and try to win this b7 pawn. Let's see how Black is going to deal with this threat. How can Black protect b7? Maybe Black can even sacrifice it. Maybe just play knight a6. No, she goes queen g5. I also like queen g5. Now she's threatening with queen g2, picking up the rook. And we have rook a h1 to protect the h3 rook and attack the h4 bishop at the same time. And we have queen g2, king d1, and now the bishop is hanging, so maybe bishop g3 should be played. But I'm a little bit worried that the g2 queen might become trapped. And she goes for bishop g3. And Peter played knight e1 instantly. He was already expecting bishop g3, that's why he played knight e1 quickly. Okay, so there is a queen f2 or bishop e1. I would probably play bishop e1. Queen f2, I don't know. Maybe queen f2 is also possible because I want to play queen d4 and then follow it with knight c4 and attack this white king. Yeah, that's why she's pausing here. And she goes for queen f2. So she probably thinking the same thing. And we have a5. Okay. Forcing the knight to retreat. I guess... Okay, a5 is a very unpleasant move. Probably Black should consider a move like knight 8 d7, sacrificing a piece for activity. So in case white takes, Black can take back with a pawn and threaten rook a1 to attack. And wow! We have knight 8 d7, a takes b6. A takes b6. Wow, okay. I'm very impressed. I'm not sure if playing the move I'm suggesting is a good idea, but well, she's thinking like me, and I'm an international master, so it cannot be that bad. So now rook a1 is a huge threat, and we have king c2. It's a prophylactic move, just to avoid this check. And Judith is about to move. She raised her hand, and we have rook fc8 on the board, just pinning the c3 knight. Is there any threat for Black? I think there is no threat yet, but Black just simply activated her rook. Now knight c5 is coming, and then maybe knight a4 is the idea, shading the white's defender. And we have king b1, and what's happening here? So knight c5. Oh, what happened? Even I missed the free piece. Wow. Okay, now I'm confused. Why why did Peter hang a bishop for nothing? What happened? Now we have queen d3. White is in big trouble. So black won back the piece. So what's the material counts? Black is up a pawn. Black is up a pawn, and these two rooks are out of the game. So I think black's attack is very dangerous. There are 4 attackers and there are only 3 defenders. These rooks are not participating in the defense. Wow. If black wins, then this is going to be a huge upset. But black has less time than white, and now white is Peter is really focused. He played queen b4, and now Peter is mimicking the same body. What is that? He's holding his heads the same way as you did before. And okay, Judith is about to move. 50 seconds, and rook c5. So she wants to play rook c a5 followed by rook a1, checkmate. That's the idea. How to deal with this threat? I have no idea. f3 is also hanging. White's position is collapsing, and now Peter just sit up because he realized that there is a very strong threat, and we have rook d1, queen f3, rook h1. Alright, now black has 2 extra pawn. And Judith also knows that she's winning. We have queen g4, knight b5, attacking d6, queen e2, attacking the b5 knight, but attacking both knights. And we have knight ca3, and Peter accidentally knocked down a pawn. And now she has only 20 seconds. She has to make a move very quickly. There is only 5 seconds increment. We have bishop f2, knight takes d6. And rook takes a3. What? Why? I'm not sure about the idea. So, okay, if so white can attack with the b pawn because wait, there is rook b5 is not working. So, okay, what's the problem? Maybe queen c2 is the idea. So, the knight on a3 was guarding the c2 square, and she wants to play queen c2. And we have rook d2. Queen e3. Oh, okay. I have no idea what's going on. B takes a3. Wow, okay. Both players are blundering left and right under time pressure. 10 seconds. She she doesn't know what to do. Neither do I. She played knight f6. Um, what's going on? I don't even know what's the material right now. There were just too many sacrifices. Maybe knight f7, knight d5. Maybe that's too greedy. I have no idea what to do. There are so many. We have rook b2, queen d3 check. If king a1, there is bishop d4. So maybe king a2 should be played. And yes, we have king a2, rook c2. Black always have to watch out for this knight f7. Make sure that it never works, but luckily she has king g8. If this d6 knight was gone, then queen f8 would be a mate because of knight g8, queen g7. Okay, we have knight f7, king g8. Knight takes e5. He's going pawn grabbing. We have rook takes b2, queen takes b2. We have a rook trade. e4 is hanging now, so okay, we have queen takes e4 and white has an extra exchange. Queen takes f2. Queen takes d5. Wow, very clever move. King b1. Queen takes h1. Wow, she's taking everything with a check. King b2. Both players have less than half a minute. She's about to move her queen, and she played queen h3. Queen takes f4. Queen g2, and black is still up a pawn, but that's a double pawn, so that's not worth too much. And we have king c1, queen g1. Can white hold? We have king b2, queen g2. The players are ripping the position, and we have a draw by repetition. Wow, what an exciting game. The players are also having a laugh about it, analyzing. Very good game. Alright, thank you for watching.